is a typical rock and roll riff, but with a little twist towards the end. So it starts out almost like a Chuck Berry blues riff, but then it resolves with a couple of chords that make it sound less polite and more edgy. Now, you'll hear this type of riffing in bands like the Sex Pistols or the New York Dolls. And of course, a lot of rockabilly bands, like, for example, the Stray Cats, have influenced this type of punk rock riffing. Now, let's get to the riff. This time, we're going to be using an open A power chord, which is right here. And how does that go? It's going to be using this typical blues alternating between the second and the fourth fret on the D string, right? And these chords are cut short. So what am I going to do? I'm going to use my right hand to lay it on the strings and get those gaps to happen like this. After that, I'm going to move to those chords we talked about, the resolution chords. I'm going to go to the C sharp power chord. The second one is cut short as well. Then up to the D, back down to the C sharp power chord. And this is my little sequence that repeats, okay? This repeats 3 times like this. And what happens the 4th time? As you would expect, we've got a little change. We're going to resolve this differently. Let me show you. So I'm returning to the A power chord, the root of the song, basically, and just staying there, all right? Let me put the whole thing together with a slow click so that it makes sense. The challenge here is to make sure you cut those chords short, like I said. So muting, in other words. What you want to do is you want to use your right hand to dampen all the strings during those gaps, because that will help keep the groove of this riff, right? Another tip is that you could actually play the same riff, at least the A part of the riff, around the 5th fret of the low E string to avoid the open string, so muting can be a little easier, and also be closer to the first riff. So that makes for a smooth change. You're closer to the change. So you can do this instead, for example, instead of using the open chords. However, I like using those open chords here because they just give us a little bit of a different tone. And also we're in the same set as a C sharp and D. It's up to you entirely. Both are valid. Good luck practicing with that, and I'll see you in the next video.